Welcome to today's episode. We're diving into a vibrant topic. Can an orange bikini actually boost female online influence?
It sounds playful, but the question goes deeper than fashion, right? It's about how appearance shapes perception on social platforms.
Exactly. The orange bikini is just a symbol here. It represents boldness, attention, even a vibe of confidence that stands out.
Social media loves attention grabbers. But why orange? Is it just about being bright? Or do you think it's about what orange signals psychologically?
Great point. Orange pops in feeds. It's associated with energy, fun, and warmth, which can make the content feel more inviting.
So if a creator posts in an orange bikini, it might attract more eyeballs just because it's visually loud. But does that actually translate to influence?
Influence is more than just views, though. It's about engagement, loyalty, and impact. But the initial hook, like a striking color, definitely helps.
I see. It's a bit like a flashy storefront. It gets people in the door, but the real value is what happens after.
Exactly. And for female creators, there's always a tricky balance between self-expression and being reduced to aesthetics.
That's such a good point. Do you think the orange bikini helps women take control of their narrative? Or does it risk reinforcing stereotypes?
I think it can go either way, honestly. Some use it to own their confidence, while others might feel pressured by the trend.
The pressure is real. I've seen creators talk about feeling like they have to constantly up the ante with bolder looks to stay relevant.
And that's exhausting. But there's also power in choosing how to present yourself. For some, the orange bikini can be a statement.
It can say, I'm here, I'm bold, and I'm enjoying myself. But do you think audiences respond to that authenticity? Or are they just liking the image?
Audiences are savvy. They sense authenticity. If the vibe feels forced, they move on. But when someone genuinely enjoys what they're sharing, it connects.
So would you say the orange bikini is more of a tool than a shortcut?
Definitely a tool. It can amplify a message, but it can't replace substance. The content itself still matters most.
That reminds me of the saying, you can't put lipstick on a pig. In this case, you can't put an orange bikini on boring content and expect magic.
That's hilarious, but true. And with algorithms favoring visual punch, it's easy to get caught up in just the look.
Which brings us to the question, is there a risk of creators being pigeonholed by their image? Like, always expected to wear bold colors or bikinis?
Absolutely. Once you become the orange bikini girl, it's hard to break out. Audiences love consistency, but it can trap creators.
That must feel limiting. Do you think it's possible to shift your brand once you're known for a certain look?
It's tough but doable. It takes time and a clear, intentional pivot. Maybe sharing more about your life, values, or other interests.
Like showing the behind the scenes or the real me moments. I've noticed that builds deeper bonds with followers.
Exactly. People want to connect with a person, not just a persona. The orange bikini can open the door, but personality keeps people around.
There's also the question of empowerment versus objectification. Some say these bold images empower women. Others argue it reinforces objectification.
It's a heated debate. I think the difference lies in intent. Is the creator setting the terms, or is she bending to outside expectations?
Social media blurs those lines, though. Sometimes it's hard to tell where authenticity ends and performance begins.
True. The pressure to perform is intense, but the best creators, in my view, are the ones who find a way to blend the two.
So the orange bikini becomes a tool for self-expression, not just a marketing trick?
Exactly. When it's used with purpose, it can be powerful. When it's just for clicks, audiences catch on fast.
Have you seen examples where creators started with bold images and then shifted to more meaningful content?
Definitely. Some fitness influencers, for instance, Begin with striking visuals, then transition to motivational or educational posts.
That's a smart move. It's almost like using the orange bikini as a launch pad, then expanding into more substantial territory.
Yes, and it's important not to judge creators for using visual appeal. It's just one part of a bigger content strategy.
But let's be real, there's also a dark side. Increased attention can bring trolling, judgment, or even harassment.
Unfortunately, yes. The more visible you become, the more you attract both positive and negative feedback.
How do you think creators can protect themselves while still embracing bold self-expression?
Setting boundaries is key. Turning off comments, filtering messages, or simply taking breaks when needed.
It's a lot of emotional labor. Sometimes I wonder if the boost in influence is worth the potential cost.
That's a personal choice. For some, the rewards outweigh the risks. For others, the stress isn't worth it.
And then there's monetization. Do you think these bold images actually help creators land more brand deals?
In some cases, yes. Brands love high engagement, but others prefer influencers with a wholesome or niche image.
So it depends on the brand's values. Some want edgy, others want relatable.
Exactly. The orange bikini might attract swimwear brands, but not necessarily a tech company.
That's a funny image, pitching a laptop while lounging in a bikini. But it does highlight the importance of brand alignment.
Right. Creators have to think strategically. Is this look helping me reach my goals, or just chasing trends?
Speaking of trends, do you think the orange bikini is a passing fad, or will it stick around as a symbol of online influence?
Trends come and go, but the idea behind it, standing out and expressing confidence, will always be relevant.
So it's less about the orange bikini itself, and more about what it represents?
Precisely. The specifics may change, but the core idea of using visual cues to attract and influence is timeless.
I wonder if there's a male equivalent. Like, is there a color or style that gives men a similar boost online?
Interesting question. Maybe a bright red shirt or flashy sneakers, but men's online influence is judged a bit differently.
There's definitely a double standard. Women's appearance gets scrutinized more, while men might be praised for creativity or humor.
That's a whole other conversation, but it does highlight how the orange bikini discussion taps into bigger issues of gender and influence.
Do you think we'll see a shift toward less focus on looks and more on content quality in the future?
I hope so. Audiences are getting more discerning. They crave authenticity and depth, not just pretty pictures.
But there's always going to be a place for style and bold visuals, right? That's part of what makes social media fun.
For sure. It's all about balance. Eye-catching visuals draw people in. Meaningful content keeps them engaged.
If you had to give advice to a new female creator, would you suggest jumping on the orange bikini bandwagon?
Only if it feels true to her. Don't force it. Audiences can spot a fake from a mile away.
That's solid advice. Ultimately, it's about finding your unique voice and not just copying what's trending.
Exactly. Trends are tools, not templates. Use them if they fit, leave them if they don't.
I guess that's the real secret behind online influence, knowing when to stand out and when to be yourself.
Well said. And sometimes, those two things are the same.
Before we wrap up, do you think the orange bikini will ever become a symbol of female empowerment, or will it remain controversial?
I think it already is both. It empowers some, challenges others, and sparks important conversations.
And that, in itself, is proof of its influence.
Absolutely. Whether you love it or hate it, you can't ignore it. And that's the hallmark of a powerful symbol.
Thanks for joining us on this colorful discussion. We hope it sparked some thoughts about online influence and self-expression.
Until next time, keep questioning what's behind the trends. And remember, confidence never goes out of style.